Joel, go ahead, take us away with the translation. We'll hear from the man himself.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Joel with your interview translations. Once again, we are here with Samsung Galaxy picking up a 2-0 victory against MVP, and we are here with today's MVP crown for the interview. Congratulations on the win. How do you feel? 2-0 always feels good. And I think, a quick and speedy win also makes it feel better. You seem like you were smiling the entire time in that series today. Were you in a good mood today? Yeah, I think looking at the damage chart made me smile a lot. And, I have to give my credits to my teammates always supporting me, allowing me to have a good game. And it was a good game overall. Seemed like you were doing 1v9 on that Champions today you played. And Samsung is known to be a team that has a little bit of a different team color than the other teams in the LCK. But how do you describe your own team? Yeah, I think MVP is one of those teams that you're talking about, with a different color like you're mentioning, but we have to always look for Joker cards and always look for, things that we might not expect from them. We always have to be ready for those things, and that's how to, best handle MVP. And the first game, we saw that, Gragas and Echo, and we saw a lot of those things that, could initiate back and forth again. But how did you decide that game regarding that composition? When we compare the team composition of both our teams, and we thought that our team composition would be stronger in a 5v5 team fight, and that's kind of what we lean towards to contribute to our victory. And I think continued team fights that went to our success really helped us win. We have a video highlight of Crown's plays. And the team seemed like it wasn't forced by you guys, but somehow you guys came back to win this one. Yeah, I think we were very fortunate with how this turned out, because I don't think it should have turned out this way. And we were kind of retreating back at first, but things happened for us, and it got us a good opportunity to come back and initiate back, and we were very fortunate with that. You were pretty aggressive with your pick today, but MVP kind of countered back, trying to pick the Echo into it. How was that? I think both champions are really skill cap champions, and with the Echo, it can be a counter, but as long as you are careful with it and know how to handle it well, you just need to be cautious of the key plays that it can make, but otherwise it's something that you can handle pretty well. And I think as soon as one gets the advantage over the other, you just keep snowballing that to a bigger advantage. I think you're trying to describe me as perfect, but there's no perfect in this game. Continuing on the second game is Talia, which you showed us today. And one thing that surprised us more was the Kindred and the Kalista pick that we saw. Yeah, we had no idea the Kindred was gonna come out, and we just picked the Kalista just for the team composition, and it really contributes well. Is Kalista okay right now? Well, I'm not a bot lane user, but communications with the team, I heard reports that Kalista is okay. And but once again, I'm not an ADC, so I don't have much knowledge of that. And second game, you really dominated the game. We can look at a video highlight to really look at that. This is a solo kill to start it off. How did you know? When did you know you were gonna get the kill right there? Yeah, I was looking at the bot lane, and the laning phase was okay for them, and it allowed for me to go in aggressively without worrying. And with the items that I had at that moment, I knew that I could face 1v4 without fear. It seemed like all the opponents were running away from you regardless it was one before. Yeah, I think everybody was, all the opponents were really focused on Shen and they really, you know, let me free and, you know, allowed me to put in a lot of DPS on that one.
요즘 크라운 선수의 경기력 정말 역대급이다.
Crown, your plays and your performances overall are really highly rated, and do you want to have any reasons for how you're performing so well? I think it's just being fortunate. Most of the things, you know, getting good opportunities and being fortunate at, you know, key moments, you know, allows me to look good and, you know, makes my performance look good. But I think, you know, trying to keep calm at, you know, all the time. I think, you know, trying to be greedy doesn't really help your play, but, you know, kind of letting it go at times when you really need it and being calm really actually lets you play much better. And maybe that's a tip that, you know, I could share with you guys. But I think, you know, just kind of letting it go, letting it all go really just helps me play much better.
그렇게 욕심내고 다급해하지 않고 꾸준히 연습했다 뭐 이렇게 받아들여도 되는 거겠죠?
연습량 자체는 작년보다 줄어든 것 같아요. 제가.
I think even with the practice, I practice much less than I practiced last year, and I feel like, you know, when I get sleepy, I just feel like, oh, I need to go to sleep, and I just go to sleep. But, you know, don't worry too much. I don't worry too much about the practice time in numerical aspects of it. But when I do practice, I do put in a lot of effort, and, you know, for the time that I do, put in a lot of concentration. And I think, you know, with a little bit of luck, I think I'm having good times.
선수가 오늘 어떻게 보면 생각보다 좀 무력한 장면이 있었어요. 약간 혼자서 잘 끼지 못하는 듯한 솔로 킬도 나왔었고.
And it seems like, you know, your other laners were having a hard time compared to you. But what was the reaction with that, you know, with the other teammates struggling?
저희 팀에 대한 믿음이 더 생겨서 그런지 그냥 탱크하면.
But I think, you know, our team has a lot of trust, and, you know, especially with CUVEE, who doesn't really play a lot of tank champions, I think he has more trust in our teammates that, you know, they could also carry in addition to him as well. And really, he trusts us to do well, so he goes for those tank lanes.
네. 조만간 아마 좋은 모습 볼 수 있을
And I think, you know, even we can see him during practice that he's going to show really good performances in times to come.
좋은 모습을 보여줄 것 같습니다. 자 오늘 경기 승리하면서 2위 확정 지으셨고 또
So you got a very clean win in the series today and confirmed that second place spot. Would you like to say something to your fans out here today?
응원해 주셔서 다들 감사드립니다.
We always thank you for your support.
시즌 한 경기 남았는데
And we have one game left of the regular season. We want to do our best in that.
올라가서도
And even in the playoffs, when we go up to that, we're just going to continue to do our best so that we can get the best results possible. So that's the end of the interview. Back over to you guys.
Thank you very much, Joel. So yeah, Samsung one win away from finishing off the regular season here, and then they can look forward to that playoff spot. I mean, granted, they're probably already going to be starting to plan for that semifinal. You'd have to expect, as they are going to be locked into second place.